Good afternoon, people. We got a brand new bike day today. This is courtesy of Addmotor. They've reached out to me. They wanted me to check out a mid-drive mountain bike that they make. It's called the M5600. And I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? This is a paid review. I am not keeping this bike. They just sent it to me so I could check it out. It's not my new bike that I'm going to keep. We're just checking it out today. I've been wanting to see how a mid-drive mountain bike feels. But today in this box, we've got a hardtail front suspension mid-drive mountain bike that I get to check out for free, see how I like it. So without further ado, we got to open this box. We are here at Griffith Park. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's 90 degrees. I had to come somewhere where it's nice in the shade. So we're gonna unbox it here, put it together. I'm hoping that the tools that I need are in the box. And then we're gonna take it for a spin around Griffith, see how it handles on some dirt, random territory around here. Let's get started. All right, so here's the box that it comes in. It's a pretty heavy box. I wanna say it's probably like 90 pounds altogether or 100. It wasn't too heavy to move. I don't know what the actual curb weight of the bike is. I wanna say it's around 65 pounds. Let's start opening it up, see what we got inside. Okay, so, ooh. You know, I don't know, for those of you who've ever had a bike delivered in a box, there's a new bike smell that's kind of like a new car smell. I love it. Oh yeah, and it's got it. It's basically just the smell of rubber, I think. Take a look here. Bike is very well packed. This is gonna be a process, and I also gotta not make a mess at this nice park. So bear with me while I start unpeeling this thing. First, we gotta take it out of the box, which is gonna be fun. It is nice doing this at a park, but there's like mosquitoes flying everywhere. It's already starting to drive me crazy. All right, so let's see if we can just lift this. Oh my God, it is heavy. Oh my God, it's heavy. Oh wow, okay, it's extremely heavy. It is like wow heavy. Thankfully I'm buff. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Wow, this thing's a tank. Okay, pretty big bike, but here's the thing. Everything is attached to it. I think it's mainly probably this box of accessories. The charger's probably in there, adding to the weight, and it's all compacted. So I think when it's put together, it's gonna be a lot simpler. So looks like you just have to put on the front wheel and the handlebars to be good to go. Got to cut like a million zip ties. And I mean a lot. This thing has got zip ties. It's very well packed. I give them that, which is a plus. You want your fancy bike to be well packed when you spend. I think this thing is $3,200. I'm gonna correct myself right here if I'm wrong. I didn't actually check the price, but I was trying to find another mountain bike in this price range to compare to that's a mid-drive mountain bike hardtail. I saw Scott makes one. There's a couple brands that make them. So this thing actually seems relatively well priced compared to brand names for what you get. Looks like, yeah, you gotta put the handlebars on and the front wheel. This is a fender. I don't even want that. Then again, I'm not too well versed on the budget electric mountain bike world, so I don't know where this falls price-wise compared to the competition it has, but I feel like it's probably pretty competitive. I guess we'll find out once I take it out and see how it feels. Tons of zip ties, tons of packaging. Got to get through all this before we can even start putting the bike together. And I got mosquitoes on me. So you guys know I love camo. I don't know if many of you guys know that, but I love camo. I asked him to send me the camo one because I think it looks cool, and it does. It looks really cool in person. It's like a muted camouflage. Big comfy seat. Look at this seat. That is a big boy seat. It's a little crooked. Tighten that down. Hopefully there's Allen keys in here. I am a sucker for a comfy seat, so that makes me very happy. Just got like 1,000 zip ties back here, so it's gonna start banging these out. We got the majority of zip ties off. We're starting to get a better look at the bike finally. Still have quite a few to go. See what we get in this box right here. Take it, this is the charger. It's pretty heavy. Toss that right there. Yeah, that looks like the charger. We won't even need this because we're sending the bike back, but I think it charges the bike from 0 to 100 in about 3.5 to 4 hours. This is tools. Hopefully all the tools we'll need to get this thing assembled. You got your pedals you want to throw on there. You got a tail light. Very nice. Nice addition for them to add. Is this a bell? I think it's a bell. This is all stuff I will not be needing, but you're gonna know it comes with the bike. There's a headlight as well if you're interested in that. For today's ride, it's broad daylight. We don't need either of those things really. So we got our left pedal. We're gonna screw this on just enough to get it in there. Okay, we'll tighten those down in a second. I take it there's a tool in there to tighten them down with. So from here, it's basically assembled. You just need to get the bars and the front wheel on. If you just want to ride, you can assemble the front fender and the rear cargo space if you like. But just to ride, you need to screw on the pedals, put the handlebars on, and then you got to throw the front wheel on. Looks like it's just a skewer that we install, and then we're ready to ride. So let's quickly do that. So you got a nice little toolkit it comes with. This is pretty standard nowadays for companies to include the tools you need to put the bike together, but it's still nice to see because sometimes you don't get it. You got a 3-way Allen and an assortment of wrenches and stuff. I'm sure that these all go to different things, probably for maintenance around the bike in different spots, but I think we just need Allen keys and probably the wrench to tighten down the pedals. Hey, Addmotor, I might keep this tool. I really like this thing. Got to use my knife to fish out dirt. I dropped it in the dirt, so there's a little bit of dirt in it. Not part of the standard installation, but putting a bike together at a park things tend to happen. All right, so with these 4 bolts loose, I'm gonna put this down that way, get rid of some tape, and then boom, everything's pretty much already cabled up for you, so you just gotta put it in there. One cable that you need to connect, it's this green end. I'm pretty sure this is the only one because it's the only one that's not connected. So we're just gonna go ahead and plug this in. Hopefully these go to each other. If not, the bike might explode or something. I don't know. You know, I have decent bike building skills. Am I bike shop worthy? No, absolutely not. But I can build a bike. It ain't that hard, you know? Literally just putting handlebars on and a front wheel. I could build a bike, yeah. All right, we're almost set. You know what's one thing I didn't even think about? I hope this thing has battery. I hope they shipped it with juice, because if not, I guess we're going home. We're gonna find out how that charger works, but I'm pretty sure it comes with battery. I am breaking a full sweat. There's bees around me and stuff. It's 90 degrees out here. It's hot. It is hot. I can't wait for the wind to hit my face when I go tearing down this bike path. I'm pretty sure this is a class 3, so I believe it goes 28 miles an hour. I don't know the specs. I'll do a spec readout at the end of the video because, you know, that's just numbers and stuff. So if you're interested, stick around to see that. But I think we're good. We're tight on the stem. Time to put the front wheel on next after we get this sucker tightened down. Okay, last but not least, we got to throw on this front wheel. How we're going to do that is a great question that I'm about to figure out. I don't know if the through axle is already in the wheel. Tires are already they're pretty inflated, I guess. I don't know how much you're supposed to inflate fat tires, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is. All right, you can flip it upside down. A lot of these bikes you can't, so it's good to know on this one you can. Looks like I just have to unscrew the through axle and slide the wheel in, so let's do that. Through axle takes a little bit of a larger Allen key. Pop that sucker in and start twisting. Both sides, apparently. That's a new design to me. I don't know if this big wheel is directional. We're just gonna drop it in. Pulley thing out of the disc brake, boom, slide it, drop it into the brake. Bro, what is going on? I think I must be hitting something. Is the bike on? Bro, it just started going by itself. That was kind of terrifying. I didn't know what was going on for a sec. Okay, so we're gonna try and get the front wheel on. All right, we are just about ready to ride, I think. We're gonna do one final go over of every bolt I can find and just tighten them suckers up. I gotta say, I've never seen a front through axle like this. You kind of have to use, they give you 2 Allen keys and you put one on one side and the other on the other and you just kind of counter twist them and that's how you tighten the front wheel. Interesting. All these little bolts on the forks, make sure they're all tight. See, these are loose. Make sure you tighten all these before you hop on this bike or any brand new bike. When you buy a new bike, look for everything that's a bolt and tighten them down. Alrighty. Last thing you got to do is tighten the pedals. Take this off of the derailleur. Let's do that. I'm gonna just flip this bad boy over. Oh my God, how am I even gonna do that? Oh, this thing is giant. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Very nice. Let's see. Dude, this is like on my, it's on my stuff. Big bike. Very big bike. Suspension feels good. Oh, throttle works. Okay, all right, throttle works. Throttle definitely works. So here's our cockpit view. This is your pedal assist selector, I believe. We're in 1. We hit the plus button and it goes up. That's a assist level. It's very nice. We're gonna test it out in 1. We're gonna switch to the GoPro in a second, so I'm just showing you all this right now. We still have to tighten down the pedals and the seat. The seat is twisting underneath my butt right now. We gotta do a couple more final tighten downs. Other than that, this thing's ready to roll, so let's do that. Here's the headlight. All right, folks, we've got it all put together. And here's how it looks when you're finished. I gotta say, I love the colorway. It is just, it's so awesome to me. I love the camo, and I love the fat bike style. So in this price range, it's not too cheap. You know, $3,000 is a lot to swallow for anyone, but if you're looking for a fat bike, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be hard to find one that's mid-motor, not hub motors. There's no hub motors on this thing. And if you know electric bikes, you know mid-motor it's the standard, pretty much. There's not much competition that this bike has as far as fat bikes that are front suspension, have mid-motor, and go 28 miles an hour. So the real test is about to start right now. I'm gonna strap on the GoPro. We're gonna take it for a test ride around Griffith Park. See how it handles right now. Here we go. Alrighty, hopping on. Making sure everything's tight one more time. Oh, I forgot to do the seat. Oh well, we'll be fine. Hopping on the Addmotor. Gotta bring this thing up because this is a high, this is a big, tall bike. Wait, it turned off. Oh, I turn it off. Let's see, power up. How much juice do we have? Oh, we have almost a full battery. We should be good. So this bike already has 1.7 miles on it. So it's a test review unit. I don't know if we'll be able to see how much range we're gonna get, but let's go ahead and put it in max mode. Oh, I gotta put my phone away. All right, max throttle mode. Bike feels good. So we're gonna do a little bit of shredding. I wish I had something to stop that noise, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. With a fat tire, you literally just roll over stuff. You don't even, obstacles just don't exist. We're gonna gear all the way up. There we go. 20 miles an hour right here, 22, 23, 26 with a throttle assist, and that's with a little bit of pedaling, 27, 28 miles an hour. That should be the max speed. We are humming. What was that? right, so it takes very little effort to get this bike going at max speed, which is nice. I have no idea what that clicking noise was. There's all types of clicks and sounds coming from this bike. I think it's more normal for a bike with gears. We're gonna hop into this field right here. Just roll over this curb. Oh my God. Wrong day to wear shorts and nice shoes, but we can do a little hill climb out of here. Got a nice clicky cassette, I like that. Sorry, I gotta fix this dangling wire. It's driving my OCD insane. I'm gonna tie it around this thing real quick just for the sake of, I wish it came with an extra zip tie so I could stop that brake sound, but liaison to kind of get things tightened down. That should be good. So max gear, pedal assist. What does this tunnel go to? Let's go find out. Oh, auditory sensation. This is a dead end. We got a turning radius, that's nice. It's got a very nice turning radius for such a big bike. Maneuverability feels really good. I think this is like a horse area, like a horse staging area type of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and use the throttle and the pedal assist still in max gear. This is real sandy dirt, so this is perfect to test this thing on. Honestly, pedals with such ease. This is my first time ever riding a fat bike. And I see what the hype is about. I really like big squishy tires, rolling over everything in your way. It's a lot of fun. We are cooking 25 miles an hour, throttle only, no pedal assist. Just cruising. We're gonna wrap around on this dirt path. We got a nice little downhill in sand. See, I would not feel confident doing this sandy downhill in anything other than these big fat tires. That's straight up loose sand. And I just cooked at like 25. Felt perfectly planted. And I mean like zero wobble or anything. Oh man, I like this bike. I might have to ask him to keep it. This thing is fun. Oh, you feel a little drift right there in the sand. That's about it. Just a tad bit because I went through that S-curve. Other than that, wow, this bike is awesome. Here, we're gonna go back on the main road. We're gonna test its uphill throttle abilities, like going up Griffith Park Road. It's a pretty steep hill. Steepest hill, it's got like a, I don't know, like a 10% grade, which is not crazy, but it's enough to test this thing's throttle, see how it handles going up a hill. For a fat bike, it's better to know that this thing can do well in sand than in hard packed dirt. If you had regular mountain bike tires on this sand, you'd feel it wobbling all over the place. It wouldn't be nearly as stable. Full throttle. That was a full pressure brake test. Not bad from 28 miles an hour. I'd say comparable with my Sur-Ron. Maybe even a tad bit better, but I'd say just about the same. All right, throttle only. We're going through rocks and all type of terrain. Back on the road. When you're in max gear, pedaling at max speed, as you can see, my legs are moving. It's not like I'm getting a workout, but you know, it's more just like keeping a steady speed is what I'm doing with this. From here, we can just chill, go 27 miles an hour, throttle only, straight up mobbing. So this is nice. If you just got to get around, you know, commuting. This is the fastest I'd say you really need to go. So once you start going uphill, speed decreases a little bit. Now we're down to 23. I'd say that was like an 8% grade hill. Got a stop sign up here, and then we're gonna cut a left and go up the dirt just a tad bit. Brakes definitely work good. We're about to go up a steep hill. Oh man. Okay, the throttle just doesn't work up a hill like this. It's just not. Maybe I'm in the wrong gear. So let's pick this thing up and get it in the right gear. Okay, we're gonna give this another shot. Throttle plus pedal assist in the right gear. Definitely can't just throttle up this hill. Maybe if it was asphalt, maybe. But with dirt, you're gonna have to do some pedaling. But you know, you're on a bike, you better be able to pedal at least a little bit, right? Throttle about 15 miles an hour up like a 6%, 7% grade hill. Good old horse poop on the Griffith Park Trail, a regular sight. This is actually the steepest part of the trail. We're sitting down in the throttle going 7. We're about to lose speed, so we got to pedal a little bit right here to kick things back up. Holding the throttle down while pedaling gets you up the hill, but I mean, by no means am I exerting myself, but that's not the ideal way to get up. You'd want to be in the right gear and be pedaling along with the throttle assist to make it up this. And you could with ease. You just can't throttle it all the way up, which is, you know, something you should know. If you're expecting to throttle up like on a Sur-Ron, that's not gonna happen. All right, bombing back down. We're gonna go back down to the street and we're gonna do the same thing, but on asphalt. See how it compares with the dirt. We gotta gear up. When you shift gears, it disengages the throttle real quick. I don't really know what that's for, but this hill right here is no joke. I've done this hill on my road bike. it is a slow and steady climb. On this, I'm just straight up chilling. It's really uncomparable how much easier it is. Yep, as it gets a little steeper here, you start feeling it just a little bit. You gotta shift down just a small amount. So when you're in the right gear, going up pretty much any type of grade hill is an easy task. It just is. I mean, you gotta remember this is a fat bike, so it's not necessarily meant for commuting. It's more meant for being able to handle off-road, gravel, sand, stuff like that, and being really planted while doing so. So there's a hill climb. All in all, not bad at all. Dude, you can literally ride straight up a curve without popping up at all with this bike. That is how big and juicy the tires are. Matter of fact, let's try that again. Man, when you shift, it really just slams you into the gear. Maybe one of the weak points I'd say is the shifting's not great, but it gets up everything with such ease. That's just amazing. So I'd say it's pretty obvious what this bike is for and what it's not for. It's not for max efficiency city commuting. It is not for, I wouldn't say it's for doing jumps, like mountain bike jumps and stuff like that. Maybe not even crazy downhills. But what it is good at is that if I just wanted to make this right and go through that, I could do it with ease. Look at that. Super easy. Stuff like that, that's what it's made for. All right, let's get out of here the same way we just got in. Pedaling through the throttle, and we're off. Let's see if we can max it out. See how fast we can go downhill on it? We're at 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Still picking up speed. 37, 38. Wow. Not bad. We hit the brakes there. When you're going downhill like that, the throttle's still picking up for you, which is nice. Oh, dude. This thing is sweet. As far as what you should wear, I'm gonna go ahead and say you should probably wear a full face if you're gonna go exploring on this thing. It can go pretty dang fast. So like I'm pacing this truck with ease, not pedaling, all on the throttle. I wasn't expecting it to go this fast. This is nice. You wanna have a full face and probably some gear on to protect yourself. That's just me. To say I'm impressed by this bike is an understatement. It's real nice. The link to this bike is the first link in the description. That's an affiliate link. So if you end up getting this bike, please use that link to support me and the channel. It's gonna help us get more cool brand deals like this and show you guys more bikes you might be interested in, reviewed by me, an actual, you know, I ride. So I'm gonna give you guys a real thorough review of anything I check out. You already know that. We're gonna whip right around to where we started, get in the shade, and I'll give my final thoughts on this big fat bike. Wow. To say I'm thoroughly impressed by this bike is an understatement, you know. This is my first review of something in a long time. Even if I don't keep this one, I want to get something like this. Now I know for sure. So I'm not much of a specs guy, but here's what I know just from the website. Got a 48 volt, 1000 watt motor in the middle, not in the hubs. It's got a 17.5 amp hour battery. Apparently it goes 60 miles on one charge, and it's got a 350 pound payload capacity, which includes you and whatever you want to carry on it. So those are some specs. I'm not too much on specs guy. I just care about how something feels when I ride it. This thing's a ton of fun, dude. Wow, that was unbelievably fun. Just that quick 30-minute ride. Capabilities, I don't know. I couldn't even, it'll take me a while to really figure out what this thing can do, but first impressions is very strong. It's a really fun bike. It's great for someone if you're not that good at riding bikes, I could say. The bike does like all the work for you. It rides over everything and it's smooth while it does it. It's hard for me to say because I don't really have anything to compare it to. This is the first bike like this that I've rode, and I don't know what there is to compare this with. I don't think there's much competing with this bike in its price range. When you look at everything you get, it's a mid-motor, fat bike with a front suspension. You know, the suspension's not great. You could say something like that. The shifting's a little clacky. But all in all, it's just such a smooth ride. All that stuff kind of goes out the window once you floor it and you're going through sand and dirt. It's so much fun.